All right, perfect. Hello, everybody joining in. We will wait for a couple of minutes and then we will start with today's presentation. It's going to be fun and we'll have lots of insights on the solutions uh, challenge. And yes, let's wait for a couple of people to start commenting. How are you guys doing? How has your day been so far? And then we can kickstart today's session. All right. If you're there, just mention that you're there in the chat box. I'm reading through the comments as they come. Perfect. All right. We have Chirantan here today. How's the day been so far, Chirantan? How are things going? And then we can start today's session. It's going to be an insightful one. You'll learn a lot of things from the session regarding the solutions challenge that is brought out by Google. And it's an initiative with partnership with the Google Developer Student Clubs all across the world. All right, let's begin. If we could share the screen now, that'd be great. We are good to go. All right, I hope you all can see the screen. If yes, put a yes in the chat and we can get started. I'll quickly run over the solution challenge for you and make it very short and crisp so that you take away as much as possible from today's session and learn. All right, let's begin. We have the welcome, the agenda, and the community agreements, and so on. And I will give you an overview of 2023 Solution Challenge. I will also tell you about this UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals, and then a brief about how to get started with Google products, and then we'll have a quick Q&A at the end if required. But I hope you'll uh, clear all your doubts from today's session. All right. I'll quickly give you an overview. The Google Developer Student Club's 2023 Solution Challenge is a mission to solve for one or more than one of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals using Google technology. All right. This was created by the United Nations in 2015 to be achieved by 2030. The 17 Sustainable Development Goals, also commonly known as SDGs, is agreed upon by all the 193 United Nations member states and aim to end poverty, ensure prosperity, and protect the planet. Here are a few videos that you can watch on sustainable development goals as well. You would find them on the website that I'll show you in some time. All right. Now, the first things foremost, what is the eligibility to participate? You need to be a university student, undergraduate and graduate, it doesn't matter. All right. There's an age of majority. You have to be above the age of majority in the country, state, province, or jurisdiction of residence. Often, this age is around 18 years of age. And then this is also open to all the GDSE members, including leads and core team. And for more information, you can join a GDSE chapter as well. I'll show that in a bit. And each person can only join one team. That's the said rule. And all team members must join a GDSE chapter. The link will be flashed on the screen for you and also sent on the YouTube chat box where you can click and head on to join a GDSE chapter. And also remember, you have to have one person on the team that is a part of a GDSE member at their own university. The team members can be from different universities, different GDSE chapters, and different countries. All right. Let's now move on to the timeline, which is very crucial for you. In the month of January, this announcement of the solution challenge was done. Now we are in Feb, which is the learn and build phase, right? You have 2.5 months to build a solution. In the month of March, on March 17th, the submissions will be open, and on March 31st, the submissions will close. So you have to make all your submissions between this time frame. Then in the month of April, there'll be the evaluations round one. In the month of May will be the mentorship phase for the top 100 global teams, and they will be announced over email. In the month of June, which is the solution challenge evaluations round two, and this is where the top 10 global teams get announced. And in the month of July, August will be the demo day preparation. So this is a quick insight on the timeline for you. We will now move to the checklist, right? Step number one is you have to join a Google Developer Student Club. This can be done through the link that we have shared on the Google chat as well as flashed on the screen somewhere. Then you have to start hosting information session, hackathon, and design days. Step number three is form a team. Step number four is select the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals that you resonate with. Step number five is identify a solution. Step number six is learn and build. And then test your solution, iterate, record a demo video, and submit project information between 17th March and 31st March. Then the top 100 sessions get announced. Top 100 mentoring is done, will be announced, and then top three winners will be announced live in the solution challenge participants. Then comes the feedback, testing, and iteration. Now, let's now move on to the judging aspect. We will have two components, number one being impact, number two being technology, both having 25 points each. In under impact, we'll have does your entry establish a clear challenge using a problem statement, right? Have you chosen a very solid problem statement that you're working towards? Under technology, you would have you would have your team that would clearly describe the architecture, the high level components, and the platform and the products that you're using, right? So these are few aspects under impact and technology. You can read them at your own pace. Number next being the submitting a solution or submission criteria, right? What is the project setup, right? You have to clearly describe what challenge you're solving and what problem statement you have chosen. What is the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal that you have chosen? And then the implementation, where you describe the architecture, the high level components, and the platform, right, that you're using to build your solution. Then comes the feedback, testing, and iteration, where you would be walking through the steps that you look to test your solution. It could be through surveys, it could be any ways that you would want to test out your solution. Then comes the success and completion of the solution, where you tell us more about the analytics aspect. And then comes the scalability or the next steps, right? Then now we move on to the prizes, which is a very interesting thing that all you have been waiting for. We'll have all participants receiving a Google Developers digital profile badge and an official solution challenge certificate, right? Next, we would have the top 100 teams, and I really hope you are one of them, where they'll be receiving customized mentorship from Googlers and experts to take the solutions to the next level. Next, they would be also receiving a branded T-shirt from Google, and then they would also be receiving the top 100 solution challenge certificate. Let's now move on to the top 10 finalists. They'll have continued mentorship through the demo day. They would also be receiving the custom top 10 swag box, social recognition, an opportunity to showcase solutions to Googlers and developers all around the world, and the top 10 solution challenge certificate. The contest finalists would be receiving a cash prize of $1,000. That's a good amount of money. And the top three winners will be receiving a cash prize of $3,000 in addition to all the previously announced swags. All right, now let's come to a very important part of what are the UN 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Let's now move on to the website that showcases all the goals for you in one place. This could be no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well being, quality education, gender equality, and so on. Right? There are 17 of them that you can go and choose any of them and start building a solution on it. Right? This particular website will also be shared in the in the YouTube live stream, where you can click and head on to the website and read at your own pace. All right. Let's now take an overview. In 2015, the United Nations adopted 17 Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs, addressing some of the world's biggest challenges in an interconnected way. What are the principles? Human rights based approach, leave no one behind, and gender equality and women empowerment. Now, you must be having a question on how do I get started with Google products, right? I'll help you out. Let's have project planning. There are 4 easy steps to success. That could be idea, prototype, build and text, and deploy, right? Let's now have a quick Google product overview where you can use TensorFlow, Google Cloud, Firebase, PWAs, Android, and Flutter in your project. Now let's go over a few sample architectures or ways to combine products for your projects. A sample of which could be training images and then sending it through the TensorFlow model. That TensorFlow model would then you could apply labels, you could send images to the mobile app. And the tech stack you use here, it's TensorFlow and Android. Sample number 2 would be that you have Cloud Firestore, Firebase Auth, and Cloud Functions, and interlink and integrate within your app to solve any of the sustainable goals. Now let's build solutions. This is where you can head on and register yourself for the solution challenge and connect with us. Join a Google Developer Student Club and then proceed. That's it for now. If you have any questions, I'm there on the Google YouTube chat link where you can have all your doubts being asked. Otherwise, you can wrap up today's session. If you have any questions at all, regarding the solutions challenge, you can put them in the comment section. We'll have experts answer your question. All right. Before you leave, this is the website where you can find multiple resources, multiple demo day. You can watch the earlier winners as well, where you can gain insight on the projects that you make. There's frequently asked questions as well, all answered for you. Any question that might arise, you might find it here as well with a proper answer. There are terms and conditions that you could go over. You could go over what happens on the demo day and what happened in the last few demo days where you can gain more insight. All right, that's it for now. Then I see no questions. We can wrap up today's session. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. See you next time.